I don't know about you, but it sure be nice to be at the beach today. Of course, the way we're teaching this class, you could be on the beach and watch my podcast. Today we're going to take a look at the image tag again. Now, we're working on the images chapter in our HTML tutorial at W3 Schools. And we're going to take the information from that chapter and apply it here to this page that presents FDR's first inaugural address. So let's take a look at our code. And I'm just going to leave this window open so we can go back and forth. Let's bring it over here. And let's get our code. There we go. We can make that a little narrower. And I'm going to insert my picture right here. Now, the tag to display an image uses the IMG element. It has one required attribute, which is source, SRC. Now, SRC equals, quote, our file name of the image we want to display, and in this case, it's fdr.jpg. End quote, and let's end the tag. That's all we need to display an image, so let's save it out. Now notice I've put it in the paragraph, so it's not going to be above the text, it's going to be in the text. So let's go and refresh our page, and there's FDR. Now, I don't like the way I've got all of this blank white space to the right of President Roosevelt's picture. It looks as if he's looking off into space. So what I want to do is align that text so that the picture is to the left of the text, but the text wraps around the photograph. That way, it's as if FDR is looking at his speech. So let's go back to our code and let's add a new attribute called align equals, and I'm going to put it on the left side. This is the picture going on the left. So Roosevelt is facing right, looking at his speech. We'll save that out. And let's test it. Better. Better. Okay, so now let's go back and let's visit one of the attributes that W3 Schools is telling you about in the chapter. It's the attribute alt, which stands for alternate text. Alternate text is something that can be displayed if your viewer is using a browser that is so lame that it can't show images. And we'll put in FDR's photo as our text. Now, whenever I make a change, I like to go and test it. That way, if it doesn't work, I know where the error is. It's within the last change that I made. But in this case, I can't test it. I don't even know where to get a browser so lame that it would cause this message to display. So I need to just double check real close. The rules of alt are You have to have Alt, A-L-T, and we've got it. It's followed by an equal sign, and then followed by anything within quotes. And we've got a beginning quote, some text, and an ending quote. So syntactically, we're fine. Let's go on. The last thing that they present in the chapter is width equals some number, and I'm going to pick 200. And they also use length. Now we've done width before, so maybe I'll just do length. And again, what these do is change the proportion of your picture on your page. Now before we worked with percentages. We started at 50% to reduce the image to 50% of its original size, and then we played with that to get the size that we wanted. In this case, when we're not working with percent, we're working with a number. What we're saying is we want it to be so many pixels. So I'm saying I want the length to be 200 pixels. I could specify the width as well, but if I do that, then I have to be very careful that the combination of numbers for length and width don't distort the proportion of the image. If I leave one of them off, either length or width, then my browser will hold the proportions true. So let's save this out and let's test it. Now, did I not save that? Is that 200? Maybe it's 200 long. Let's go ahead and change the width to 200 to see what it does. Sorry, I didn't measure out the pixels. Okay. There we go. So we can change the proportion, the size of a picture, and we can now wrap text around our pictures, which is kind of a nice feature. And that's all I've got for right now. I'll have a couple more podcasts on advanced things that you can do with images soon.